I didn't know this. Now this is the new story. Wow. This is a lot of money to build this, so we need to get some money back. Okay, Ethiopia. This is what we need. More of this everywhere.
የአዲስ ዓለም አቀፍ ኮንቬንሽን ማዕከል በአይነቱ ልዩ
So one of the things you'll see is how huge this conference center is. There's a hotel, and then there's a corner for the exhibition center itself, the conference center itself, and then there's also like an area for like shops and stuff like that. Look at the greenery, like look at how much space there is. I would like to say to like our Ethiopian brothers and sisters, whenever we see something beautiful about our country, we don't need to turn it into some kind of politics. Love art. So this is beautiful for Ethiopia. Hey guys, welcome back to Dejene Ethiopia Tours. I am Dejene Hodes and I am excited to show you guys something about Ethiopia, something new to our city, Addis Ababa. We're gonna be reacting to video that the Mayor of Addis Ababa launched about the new Addis International Conference Center that was built in Addis. Very beautiful, and just wanted to react to it and talk a little bit about what's happening, how's it going, and other plans and stuff like that. This is going to be another exciting thing. I'm excited about it. There's a lot of potentials for business people abroad or Ethiopian business people, conferences, people that want to show different things in Ethiopia. Very soon we're supposed to have an international AI summit at the conference center. The opportunities that brings to Addis Ababa, it's very exciting to me. So that's why I want to share this with you guys. So let's watch the video and we'll talk about things that are exciting about this.
የአዲስ ዓለም አቀፍ ኮንቬንሽን ማዕከል እጅግ ግዙፍ ኮንቬንሽን ማዕከል ነው።
So one of the things you'll see is how huge this conference center is. And from the picture you'll see there's a corner where there's a hotel, and then there's a corner for like, you know, the exhibition center itself, the conference center itself, and then there's also like an area for like shops and stuff like that. And look at the greenery, like look at how much space there is, like that whole area. It's beautiful. This is the Mayor of Addis Ababa. So she just said, congratulations to our city. This is a beautiful thing for our city to have, and also for like our African brothers and sisters. This is a beautiful thing as a nation, as a continent, for us to have. And before I move on to just react to the video, I would like to say to our Ethiopian brothers and sisters, whenever we see something beautiful about our country, like a culture or like something like this, that's definitely beautiful and definitely great for the city, and we don't need to turn it into some kind of politics. Like if you see something great about your city or your country, just appreciate that, like that, love that. Like we don't need to make everything into politics or different things. We know there's a lot of bad things happening in Ethiopia, but also when something good like this happens or something great like this happens, let's appreciate that. Like, so I'll just leave it at that. So there's two huge halls for exhibitions and conferences, and then 8 smaller conferences. As you can see, the amphitheater outside is amazing. Wow. She said, she didn't say hotel, she said hotels. So I'm not sure if they're thinking about, because there is 2 different buildings for hotel, but I thought it would be like under one umbrella. There might be maybe like an expensive one and then maybe like a budget hotel. Hopefully that would be actually an amazing move if they make one expensive, like I don't know, 4-star, 5-star hotel, and then another one budget hotel, because not everybody can afford a place like this. So and also this shot right here, one of the cool things is across the street from the convention center, there's a huge apartment complex that's almost done. So before there was behind it, you can't really see it on the light, but behind it, it's already done, and there's it's a very nice apartment complex, a lot of apartment complex, people living. Now in front of it, they've added more apartment complexes, and also they've added a mall at the bottom. So like those two combined, I mean, it's beautiful.
የህክምና መገልገያዎች የፋርማሲ
Look at this area.
በርካታ
It's
ሬስቶራንቶች
beautiful.
ካፍቴሪያዎች እዚህ ለመገልገል ለሰው
Just saying there's cafes, cafeterias, restaurants. Look at the light show. I mean, this is just great. All this greenery that you see around the convention center and the road going down and all that. So like we've talked about it in different videos, but this is part of like the beautification process I talked about in the other video of what's going on in Addis. This is part of making different areas like livable, beautiful, walkable, and stuff like that. So the area she's walking on right now, the whole road didn't really exist before. This is a whole new road that was cut in between to add, like driveway and walkway and also ways to get into the convention center that are better. This whole area and then also behind it, this road, that road, all of these roads are new roads. And then in the middle, you can see the greenery is new and then walkway, bike lane, all that. And that continues going. And you can see that, I mean, it's self-explanatory. So, more than 2,000 car parking areas. It's crazy.
ከቦሌ ዓለም አቀፍ ኤርፖርት ቀጥታ ከዚህ ከኮንቬንሽን ጋራ የሚያገናኝ መንገድ በኮሪደር 2 እየተጠናቀቀ ነው ያለው.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now this is the new story. So this is in an area called CMC, and then Bole or Bole International Airport is a 10-minute drive when there's, 7-minute drive when there's no traffic, but could be like an hour when there's traffic. So it's close, but there's huge traffic and it's a main road. So what the mayor just said is that they're building a road that connects the two directly. That's fantastic if they have that road option, because that also means people who live around here, there's an easier way to get to Bole, which is Bole is our center of town, center of Addis. And I'm gonna pause here and add a little bit. There's another video I was gonna make a reaction to one of the talks that the Ethiopian investment holding CEO talked about. He was giving, there was an interview and he was explaining, but that's too much business, so I don't want to include it in here. Maybe we'll find a way to add it. But here, what I wanted to add is he was talking about the Ethiopian electricity, because as you can see, like the roads and stuff have electricity obviously and lit up well and stuff, and then as you can see, as far back as it goes, it gets darker and stuff like that. So we have lights that go on and off, and sometimes it could be gone for 24 hours, sometimes a few hours, sometimes a few minutes. I mean, you never know. But one of the things under the Ethiopian investment holding or the wealth fund, Ethiopia's wealth fund, that Ethiopian electricity is under that, and that he's saying we need to operate it as a business where it's profitable by itself, but also that means if your light goes out, you immediately can say, why did my light go out? And he said zero interruption of light. So he wants to get it to a place where within the cities and stuff like that, we have zero interruption. Why? Like, why are we having these blackouts? And especially why for so long? So he said other cities have been able to do it and we should be able to do it. I'll be very, very excited to see light never go out. And also the other one would be obviously water shortages. Okay, come on, go inside. This is a very, very, very beautiful place from outside. So now let's see. This is the globe that's outside of it, the African, map. Obviously, this is for Africa. As we've talked about in different videos, Addis Ababa, like I said, has a huge concentration of like embassies and NGOs and stuff like that. It's third after DC and Geneva. So this is a great place to have those conferences, those events. Embassies having their own celebrations and their own events, and this could be really an amazing spot. Waterfalls, glow, the lights. These architects are doing well, these light people are doing well. And about to get inside, and before that, one of the things I want to highlight is like the Prime Minister has always said something that's, as a business person, it's been very good and interesting to me, because Okay, you need to dream big. You need to start when it's very, very difficult to start. You need to make sure you finish, and not only finish, but you need to do it with a high quality. And then move on to the next one. Not being satisfied is always like, okay, we're done with this one, we're gonna do another one. And these things are exciting because every project they've done so far, to be honest, like the Friendship Park, the Unity Park, the different hotels in different areas of Ethiopia, now this exhibition. I mean, the things are like, built buildings and concrete things that you can go and see. They've done it really well. And also the time frame has been quite impressive. So it's just something like we need to absorb. Like these are good qualities to absorb. Wow.
International Convention.
As we go inside, clean, nice. So she just said it again. So we have 2 hotels. I don't know what that means. If it's 2 different brands or the same. She just said not only 1 hotel, we have 2 hotels. She said between the 2 hotels, we're able to host 1,000 guests.
Penthouse.
That's the penthouse. Wow, this is like 3 times the size of my house. Whoa. Beautiful room. You have steam and sauna in your room, in your penthouse. I hope they make this like cheap for like a day so I can book it. It'd be nice if they can have $100 a day. Okay, a treadmill, sofa area, that's crazy. Does that mean they don't have a gym in the hotel? Because they're giving you a treadmill inside the hotel, so. Another bedroom. Okay. Bathroom looks nice. Everything looks clean and nice. Okay. Okay, Ethiopia. This is beautiful. So 4 bedrooms. The penthouse has 4 bedrooms, it looks like. You have your own kitchen. And like a breakfast area. Dang. Okay. Going to the balcony now. That's beautiful. I guess you'd have 2 different views depending on where, because one side of it is facing into the CMC area the other way, and one side of it is facing towards the convention center, and then like it's mostly housing and stuff like that behind that. So I guess it depends on which side you get. She's toward the convention side. She's not on the... No, she's on the other side. Wow. Oh, she's looking at one of the corners.
The international brand
This is pretty cool. Also in the convention center, you have international duty-free products in there. So that's great. Duty-free is... Yeah. What do I need? I don't know. Maybe like a whiskey thing? I don't need perfume. Wow.
10 ብሎኮች አሉት። ከ10 ብሎኮች 4ቱ እዚህ ሆቴል ላይ ነው የሚገኘው።
So I don't quite understand what that means, but the whole convention has 10 different blocks. So 4 of the blocks are within the whole hotel area. So this is outside the hotel, walking around. 2 floors of car parking under the hotel.
የራሱ ውሃ ነው ያለው። የከተማውን ውሃ ይጠቀም።
Has its own water, so that's nice.
Addis International ተመልሶ ጥቅም ላይ ነው የሚውለው። ዘመናዊ።
Oh, nice. So they also have not only your drinking water, and the main water is supplied from its own well that's been dug, but also the waste is treated. So all the waste that goes in there is being treated back and being used around the hotel for the different purposes. Obviously it'd be like the gardening and different stuff, but that's amazing because there is a river that actually flows through it. I think she'll mention it, I'm sure. So we have all the flags of the African countries and also the African Union, because this is important.
የሚገኝበት አምፊቲያትር
There's an amphitheater outside.
ፐርፎርማንሶች የሚደረጉበት በተለይ ኤግዚቢሽን ኩነቶች ለመሰብሰቢያነት የሚያገለግል ቦታ ነው።
So this would be like to show, amphitheater would be to show different things and also to have concerts. This would be an amazing outdoor concert area. Can host thousands of people.
ሰፊ ነው። የትኛውም ዓለም ላይ ካሉ ትልልቅ ናቸው ከምንላቸው ጋራ ተወዳዳሪ ነው። ዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃውን የጠበቀ ነው።
The mayor says, this is pretty big. It's able to compete with any of the large conference centers around the world. So that's nice. My Ethiopia flag in there. I don't know flags, so that's the only one I can recognize. I'm pretty bad with flags. So this is a work area for people like, here trying to have an exhibition, have a show or something like that, preparing so your team has space for your team to work. That's very, very nice that they've actually thought about that because, you're not just getting a bunch of chairs in the corner to just do whatever. This is actually a proper space. Yeah, another co-working area for people showing and people preparing the stuff. And they have art, and then also cafes and restaurants. And the cafes and restaurants are open to the public at any time. So whether there's exhibition, like whether there's an event going on or not, they are actually having that. So I asked the other day when I was walking by, so I will try to go there. They're open from like 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. So now we're gonna go into like the smaller halls. Whoa. This looks like a hall, but she said it's a restaurant. It's a huge hall. She said there's 4 restaurants in there. Huge space. The view is gonna be fantastic. I need to go. Hopefully we'll get some shots of us there for you guys, but even if not, this will do for now.
ፍሳሽ ከየቤቱ የሚለቀቅበት ለአካባቢው ብክለት በሽታን የሚያስከትል አሁን ግን ከዚህ ጋራ ታይዞ የለማ ያለ ጥሩ የቱሪዝም መስህብ እንዲሆን የሚያደርግ ነው።
So yeah, so there's a river that's flowing through it, and she's saying now they're gonna clean it and fix it up and properly maintain it so that this adds beauty to the area, and also the downflowing water would be clean. So this Mayor says, this will play a big role in increasing our economy, a lot of work opportunity, a lot of, co-working opportunity, exhibition opportunities, business deals, stuff like that. So I hope so. This is a lot of money to build this, so I need to get some money back. So 1, 2, 3, I think 6 different halls, like the doors. Ooh, that's really nice art. I don't know who did that. That's amazing art on the wall. So this chair, this bench is in the countryside in Ethiopia in a lot of the parts. This is how your bench would be made, and more than the bench actually for sitting here, it's actually how the bed is made. It's just leather interwoven in there, and you put a little bit of hay and stuff like that on top, and you have a bed. This is like very, very Ethiopian. I'm so happy to see that there. And it's funny. It's like it's next to like a very modern chair set, but it looks amazing. Hopefully it's comfortable when you sit down. I mean, it's leather and wood, and that's it.
የሚያማምሩ ነገሮች ነው ያሉ እግረ መንገዳቸውን ታሪካችንን ባህላችንን
Yeah, there's a lot of, so the mayor is pointing out there's a lot of artifacts from different parts of Ethiopia. So and as they're waiting for the exhibition and the shows and different events are happening, they get to learn about Ethiopia from all over Ethiopia. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, you can see it on the shelves. Ooh. An art wall. Oh, very nice. So they have an art wall with like smaller arts that are for sale, but I think 30% of it is going to the Paulos Hospital, St. Paul's Hospital here. That's very nice. This is what we need, you know, more of this everywhere. We need more of this everywhere. These are the bathrooms. Everything looks clean. Ooh, art. I love art. Wow.
ሌላ ጊዜ ግን ለስብሰባም ሌላ ኤግዚቢሽን መሆን ይችላል። በነገራችን ላይ የአዲስ ዓለም አቀፍ ኮንቬንሽን ማዕከል አብዛኛው ስራ ከዲዛይን ጀምሮ ከማማከር ጀምሮ ኢትዮጵያውያን የተሳተፉበት ነው።
So yeah, the mayor said, I mean the art and stuff is beautiful, and also all the work, all the architecture, design and stuff has been mainly done by Ethiopians. So that's beautiful to see. You know, the arts, this is one of those things where in Ethiopia we need to learn from the international, like Art Basel and like, you know, the one that happens in Miami and different things. Like, how do we show art? How do we show different things like artifacts, art? The way we have it here is nice, it's just, you know, but it's very, you just browse through it. These things can be done much better. And then also next to the art, having who the artist is, like his history, his bio, and maybe like a pamphlet or a business card that you can take with you. Like all these things would add, because like, you know, you may not want to buy here or anything like that, but you take a card, you follow the artist, those things, like very simple things, displaying it and giving information, you know, because a lot of it, some of these hand touches, I know who the artists are, but it's like other people would not know. So like having the name, having information, or like having like a web page where I can just browse through, you know, the credentials of this artist and stuff, that would be fantastic. Because trust me, there's amazing artists in Ethiopia that if they were in the US, like they would be, you know, it would be too expensive to have in a place, you know, too expensive to have, let's just say. There'll be very high demand, their touch, their quality, all their art. But, you know, here we haven't really worked on it. Appreciation for art is not really there yet. It's growing, but it's not there yet. And there's amazing artists in Ethiopia. You can see I have amazing art behind me. I love that. Wow, yeah. You'll see a lot from us about the art and stuff very soon. We have huge project going on. That's why I'm able to recognize some of the artists and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so this is another thing in Ethiopia that, you know, looks like they've thought about very well, is like for disability. So they have, you know, stairs, huge walkways and stairs. They have an escalade, and then they have an elevator also. And to everybody that's gonna complain that I'm not pointing out bad things and stuff like that, like I don't see anything bad. Like this is amazing work. Like in Ethiopia, we have this thing where, you know, yes, but why do we need, yes, but for me, this is amazing work. And now the hard part is actually always having events, always having programs there that people want to come, like allowing people to, you know, like small businesses to have events, like surprise wise and stuff like that. Also bigger events. and then also like promoting it where people know there's events there happening, cool events, like having websites, and hopefully they don't charge you to get inside and stuff like now that part is like, you know, hard, but once you get everybody going, then you're solid. I mean, then you need to build another one. So this is the hall, the like huge dining hall. So dining hall, exhibition hall, like whatever, kind of set it up to whatever you want. This is outside, the main entrance, back area. So this is, I guess this would be block one. This is the Astadader. Astadader means the management office. There's a restaurant on the bridge that connects the two buildings. Okay, so and then she said around the hotel, she said there's 4 blocks. Now around the convention center itself, there's 4 blocks, so meaning 4 different, like the administration and stuff like that. And then she said there's 2 more buildings with just bedrooms. So I'm thinking those are for like staff and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if it's part of the hotel because she wouldn't mention it again. So to build this place, about 92% of it was from the Addis Ababa city budget. So 3.8 is from the federal government, and then from the private sector 0.2%. That's interesting, because I would have thought the federal would have been higher. So interesting. So the mayor just said this is an action company. So that means it's a share company. That means people are able to buy shares in this company. Essentially, it's a company. It's probably like a PLC, a shared company. So you're able to buy shares in this company if you want. That's a very smart way of doing it, because once everybody sees that it's doing well, these things, I mean, the amount of space it has, the potential it has, this is great. So pretty much Enze was saying this is a place where we can elevate our country, work together, you know, bring huge economic benefits to everybody. And, you know, the mayor said, I would love to work with you guys. I've been told that the hotels here will be under the Ethiopian Airlines, what they call the Skylight hotel management, which would be amazing, because the Skylight, they're doing well. Different hotels around the country will be under their management, but the region will own it, but it will be managed by them, kind of like, you know, the Hyatt or Marriott hotels. Like, you can buy a hotel and then they can manage it for you, as long as we fit the certain standards. So this is beautiful for Ethiopia. One of the things I want to say, like, why is it important, is because we need places for like international quality showrooms and areas. And also Ethiopia, like I said before, is a hub. So Ethiopian Airlines brings everybody here, and then everybody goes out to the world from here. It's a huge hub. And we are building a $5 billion additional airport. So that's a huge opportunity. When you add on top of it, within an 8-hour flight radius of Ethiopia, there's 1.8 billion people, or something like that. You know, this is a data I heard a while ago, but so 1.8 billion people within an 8-hour radius. Imagine what that means. And imagine when your airline flies to a lot of those places. Imagine the location, and then also Addis Ababa, like the whole area is safe, beautiful. I talked about those things in the other video. I don't want to say it again. So imagine that there's a bunch of things coming together to make this actually potentially profitable, and also an amazing thing for Ethiopia and businesses abroad. So if you wanted to have something in Africa, you know, like Addis Ababa would be like an amazing place to have, because people know how to get there. Flights into Addis Ababa are easy because Ethiopian Airlines flies to a lot of places in Africa. Not only flies to a lot of places in Africa, Ethiopian Airlines owns shares in a lot of places in Africa. So you can see how these things are coming together piece by piece. Now we just have to do it well. Each event needs to be coordinated really well, promoted really well, and all the legwork is amazing. But this is truly an amazing thing that I am very proud and happy to see finished. The Prime Minister did say that this wasn't started by them. It was started by the previous administration, that they just took over. Then they increased quality, increased size, bought a few more land and buildings around it and increased it. So that's beautiful. Yeah, so those are the things that I wanted to mention, and I think it could be really great even for the art business, as I said, for the tourism businesses. This is just endless. I hope you guys liked this video. There's more we'll talk about in other videos. I'm gonna try to do more business videos also, like what's the opportunities in Ethiopia. But that's just not because I want to promote Ethiopia, because I also want to see what's happening, what are the movements. Hopefully when I make a little bit of money, what should I be thinking about, what are areas I need to look into. So I'll try to share that with you guys, and we'll react to more videos like these also, and hopefully very soon also take you to those places. So please subscribe, like, let me know what you guys think.